What have you guys learned, and how much have you guys learned?
Well, it's allowed us to focus on us. You know, we always say that the key to executing offensively is focusing on our fundamentals, focusing on our assignments, and more often than not, when it comes to offensive football, you stop yourselves as much as the defense stops you. So we got to make sure that we iron out the wrinkles and focus on our fundamentals, focus on our mechanics, and focus on execution.
Coach Jones always says it's a process. Where are you guys at in the process now for the offense finally truly figuring out what you guys are trying to do and establishing that offense that you guys have been running for all these years?
It's a never-ending process, and you know, the offense changes every year, it changes every week, for that matter. You know, obviously the nuts and bolts stay the same, but you know, but again, it's a matter of how well our players progress and learn and develop, and you know, they've done a good job of applying themselves, and we'll just continue to get better.
Do you think the running game took a step forward against Auburn versus Missouri game?
We were able to execute some things offensively in the run game that maybe we had the previous week. You know, again, it's a process, and we're just focusing on the process of improving every facet of the game, whether it's run game, protection, pass game, you name it.
Mike, you've installed this offense or variations of it a few times now. How close are you guys to having the identity that you want, to being what you want?
Again, in year one, it's the process of developing that identity, the process of developing that mentality. It's not an instant execution of what we're trying to develop. So, you know, it takes guys time in the system, it takes guys time in the program to understand that, and we're getting better and learning every day. So, you know, to say that. You know, to put a number on it or to give an exact location, I think would be a mistake.
Is it about where it's been other first years? Are you guys ahead, lagging behind? What about from that standpoint?
Exactly what are you asking?
Just the offensive identity that you have, what you're able to do on a week in, week out basis. You know, how does
well, again, obviously we would like to execute better, and that's the number one thing. And again, it starts with me looking in the mirror and seeing how we can improve upon that. We have not been executing up to our standard, and that's first and foremost, and we need to improve that.
How critical then is extra time, is getting extra time? I mean, Coach Mo talked about how valuable those December practices can be, especially when you're just finishing up the first year of a new system.
It's very valuable. It's like having an additional spring football. When you talk about, I assume you're talking about bowl preparation and things like that, you get as many as 15 practices for your youth to develop, and we have a lot of youth, so it would be invaluable.
How much does this extra week help Josh as far as being able to sit back and look at what he's done so far, learn from those experiences?
It just provides more reps in preparation for our next opponent, and that's always valuable. So he's been able to get a head start on the different coverages and pressures we'll see, and it gives us a little more time to prep, which is important.
Mike, I'm doing something on Jonathan Johnson, and I know his recruitment was kind of weird because I think Azani was looking at somebody else and saw his film. But when it happens like that and you guys are looking for a receiver, I mean, does Azani call you and say, hey, I found somebody, or how does that process actually work of getting somebody?
That's exactly how it happens. He called, said, hey, I'm on the recruiting trail, and I've come across a receiver that I think can really help us. And you know, we have a very good working relationship, and I have a lot of trust in his evaluation, and as does Coach Jones. So when he said that, and we were able to watch the video we could get, and it wasn't a ton of video, but he was able to watch him live in person, and that goes a long way. And you know, part of that too is evaluating his character and his mentality. And Jonathan is one of those guys that just all he does is everything you ask of him, and he does it right. He focuses on those types of details, and again, he's a guy that has constantly improved from week to week and has become more and more valuable in our offense.
Hey, Coach.
Thanks.
Is it maybe, I guess perhaps a bit surprising the number